Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to another video of Super Movie Ninja! And today we will be making something a little bit different on our channel. This is a very different video than what I normally do on this channel, but I thought it would be a fun video since I don't have any movies to review. I could review some older movies I've seen, and I could review those, but you've probably already seen those. You probably already have your opinions on those movies. So, to make it, you might not have seen a certain movie and you don't have an opinion on it, but there's a 90% chance that you always seen this movie and have an opinion on this movie. So, what I decided to do is I decided to take a whole bunch of movie hot takes I have that, hot take is something that I don't think someone will agree with. I decided to take a whole bunch of movie hot takes that I have, crammed it into just one little video, and say them. Now, some of these might really blow some people up, and some of these really might light up some people's light bulbs. But before I get into this video, make sure to smash that like button, hit that subscribe button, ring that notifications bell so you never miss a video. With that said, let's get started. So, by the way, there are 15 hot takes I made, and so you'll be hearing 15 things that might disgrace you. The first hot take, I just want to get probably the worst one out of the way. Dwayne Johnson's a terrible actor. Now, you might be thinking, if I'm subscribed to this dude, may I please unsubscribe to this dude or take away his view that I'm giving him? But let me explain. Dwayne Johnson's not really a real actor. You see, the thing with Dwayne Johnson, he was a wrestler. And he turned into an actor because he was a highly profitable wrestler. He's also somehow the most profitable actor. He's also the highest paid actor, which is very weird because he doesn't do much acting. And people could say, oh, he's charismatic. Okay, but there's a difference between being charismatic and being a good actor. And he's just not, and he doesn't really have any good movies. The only thing I say he did good is he played Black Adam, but I didn't like the Black Adam movie because of him. I didn't even like his performance. I actually say that could be Raspy Worthy because it was actually a very bad performance. I just liked the movie and its cinematography as a whole. But I just gotta get that one out of the way. Then my second hot take, some people might agree with this one, some people might not. But Adam Sandler's the best comedian. Now, some of you might agree with this, and you might not. I think Adam Sandler's the best comedian because you know what you're getting into when you watch an Adam Sandler movie. A stupid, dumb, cheesy comedy movie. But that's exactly what you're getting into, so you know you're gonna laugh. If you liked one of his previous ones, there's a good chance you're gonna like his next one, because you know you're gonna laugh, because they're always about the same. And that's why I like him. He's very consistent with that, and he's consistently funny with that. Now, probably I'd say his only bad movie is Click. I did not like that. Even Jack and Jill, I'll give a pass. But Click was just terrible. Click was not a good movie. But I think Adam Sandler's the best comedian. Now, I know some people will go Jim Carrey on this, or even Eddie Murphy, or someone like Richard Pryor, or like Don Knotts. All of them. Or even Gene Wilder. I forgot if he's a comedian, but I know he does like some comedy or something. Forgot about that, but I know he does comedy and stuff, and I know a lot of people like him. But I think Adam Sandler's the best, and I'm sticking by that for sure. Then my third hot take is Oppenheimer is overrated. Now, before you click off this video, let me explain. Oppenheimer is a very well done movie, for sure. Its dialogue is very well crafted and everything. But the movie is boring. The movie is so boring that you can't even understand it in a way. And it's not that it's boring, but it's just kind of boring in a sense that it takes too long to get to that central point of the atomic bomb. And I said this in my review. You can go watch that video right now, actually. But I said that before, and I'll say it again. It takes too long to get to the atomic bomb, and it just drags out this runtime for a while. Now, I think Christopher Nolan is a very talented director. Christopher Nolan directed, for sure, Christopher Nolan directed The Dark Knight, which is probably my favorite superhero movie of all time. He also was the wise person to cast Heath Ledger as the Joker, and he made Inception, which is kind of like Leonardo DiCaprio's version of The Matrix. He does very good movies, but this one, just too bullet of a runtime for me to fully enjoy it. Then my fourth hot take is Barbie is terrible. Now I'm not going to get too much into this one, but if you heard my review, you know that I think it's a very terrible movie and it's just not good at all. I'm not going to say it all again, but go watch the video if you haven't already. And yeah. And then my fifth hot take is Tim Burton's the best movie director. Now, some people could agree with this, but I know a lot of people won't. Because I've watched a lot of movie critics' top 10 favorite directors, and none of them have a one even mention of Tim or Burton. So that's how I know this is a pretty hot take. Now, a lot of people go Steven Spielberg here as the best director, but I think Tim Burton is the best director because he has a visual flair. Now, Tim Burton, he has a different vision than most. He's a bit darker, he's a bit gothic. Some people might like that, but I do like this, and I think he's just a very talented director with a very good vision, and he sticks to that vision. He is not very dark at one point, and then goes so bright and roses and wands. He doesn't go like that. He sticks to that one thing. And Tim Burton has a tendency to throw little funny things in there that can give you a quick chuckle and all of that. He does have a tendency to do it. Even his darkest film, I'd say Sweeney Todd was, he still threw in something funny, where the woman was singing about how they're on the beach and all of that. Quick little chuckles you can get with his movies. Or when Johnny Depp just invades some guy singing. He gives those little quick chuckles. He has that visual flair. I always think he's the best director of all time, period. Now, in my opinion, the three best directors are Tim Burton, Steven Spielberg, and Ivan Reitman. Then going fourth is Christopher Nolan. But Tim Burton is top spot. Then my sixth, if you watched my actors I know of tier ranking and my top 15 and top 16 favorite actors of all time, you know Brendan Fraser is my favorite actor. I think Brendan Fraser is the best actor. He's very good. He can be serious, he can be comedic, and he can really be all of those things. And I'm so sad he fell off the map, but at least he got recognition for The Whale, and now he's in Killers of the Flower Moon by Martin Scorsese and Leonardo DiCaprio and Robert De Niro. Brendan Fraser's back on the map, and I just gotta say, he's flat out best actor. Then, seventh, the best sci-fi movie is The Terminator. Now, I watched this movie on Tuesday, and I could be a little biased just because I watched it on Tuesday, and now, it's just so fresh in my memory. Definitely, without including Star Wars, the two best sci-fi movies are either Terminator or The Matrix. I keep going back and forth on those two. Terminator or Matrix. I went Terminator here, not because it's so fresh in my memory, but I had a certain enjoyment when I was watching this movie. I feel a certain rush of excitement. The action and everything, it was just so well choreographed. Even the dialogue, some of it was even a bit funny, which I didn't expect from the Terminator. All of it was just great. And I just really loved this movie when I was watching it. Like I said, the action, some of it even got a little funny. And this doesn't look like a movie from 1984. Now, some people are saying the original Terminator is a bit outdated, which I don't get because it's so well made by James Cameron made it so well that it looks like it at least came out in 2000. And I can't wait to watch Terminator 2 Judgment Day, because if I thought this was state of the art, imagine 1991. If a 1984 movie only looked like a 2000 movie, imagine 1991. 1991 could look like a 2023 movie. That's how good it's probably. Then, Michael Keaton is the best Batman. Now, I've said this before on my channel. Was it yesterday? Maybe it was yesterday or the day before, I forgot. But I said this before, I think it was the day before. I said this before and I'll say it again. Michael Keaton, best Batman. Because if you don't know the whole story, Michael Keaton, you know how Batman always goes, I'm Batman. Michael Keaton was the one who came up with the idea to say, I'm Batman. And now that is a staple of Batman and pop culture alike. And it's all thanks to Michael Keaton. And he just embodies Batman, I think. Because even though Michael Keaton's not the tallest guy in the suit that we've had, he just embodies him so perfectly. Because he can be just this striking fear putter. And he's just the best Batman. Then my ninth hot take is Ace Ventura 2 is the worst Jim Carrey movie. Now, I have not seen Ace Ventura Pet Detective. I've seen Ace Ventura When Nature Calls, which is the second Ace Ventura movie. But I gotta admit, I didn't like it. Jim Carrey is way too hyper. Now, that's Jim Carrey's thing. I like Jim Carrey. But Jim Carrey's got The Mask, Bruce Almighty. He's got all of those things. But in that case, it works. With Ace Ventura, he's just so hyper and over the top that it doesn't work anymore. Because now you have to act like you just ate gallons of candy, which is very odd. And now you just have a certain weird feeling after watching Ace Ventura that I would not recommend it to people. I know a lot of people like it. Think it's the best Jim Carrey movie. I know a lot of people. But trust me, it's still too of a hyper performance. Then, my 10th hot take is actually movies that I think are capable of winning an Oscar. Now, my first one is Gran Turismo. I think Gran Turismo is definitely one of the best movies of the year, if not the best movie of the year. I think it's definitely capable of an Oscar. It tells this true story greatly. It's very inspiring and everything. And definitely is capable of winning an Oscar. Then The Flash. I know a lot of people don't like The Flash, but just watch it. You'd love it. And, it's like No Way Home, but in DC. The visuals are actually very good. Like I said, Tim Burton is a very creative vision, but that is what he does, and I think we gotta accept that here. Then, Dumb Money. I think Dumb Money is definitely capable of winning an Oscar. It tells the true story amazingly and everything. It's just a great movie as a whole, and it really just tells the story with no flaws in a way, and some of it's even a bit funny because it's a comedy too technically, and the performances are great. Paul Dano, who plays Warren Kennedy, he can definitely win an Oscar. I think he's actually more capable than Cillian Murphy, who played Oppenheimer, I just gotta admit. And then 11th is my only TV show hot take. Cobra Kai is the best TV show. Now, I know a lot of people would say, in this case, Breaking Bad maybe. Breaking Bad is a good show, don't get me wrong. I like Breaking Bad as much as the next guy. Actually, I probably like it a little less than the next guy. But I like Breaking Bad. But Cobra Kai is just so good. With every season, it gets better. Season 1, masterpiece. Season 2, even better. Season 3, top of the game. Season 4, it brings together this whole story and makes like an Infinity War and Endgame conclusion. And then season 5 is just amazing already. I started watching it yesterday. It's season 5, and it's just a really good show. It's inspiring, everything. It shows what you gotta do, and I just had to earn joy when I'm watching Cobra Kai. Now a contender also for best TV show, which is my probably second favorite TV show, Full House. If you haven't watched Full House, you should probably go watch that. You'll have the time of your life. Then 12th is the best casting choice of all time is Robert Downey Jr. as Iron Man. Now, the reason why I think the best casting choice ever, period, is Robert Downey Jr. as Iron Man is Robert Downey Jr. is Iron Man. He looks like Iron Man, he sounds like Iron Man, and he just brings that capability of just Iron Man. And when he's with other people, he makes them better actors practically because he's just so good in the role. He was built to play Iron Man, and he's definitely the best casting choice, period. Then my 13th favorite hot take is Andrew Garfield's the best Spider-Man. Now, a lot of people don't like his movies. I think his movies are actually great if you look at everything and you just don't look at it from a critical standpoint. But he's the best Spider-Man. He has those clips, and he's a really good Peter Parker when he's in high school and everything. He's just built to be Spider-Man in my opinion. Then, 14th hot take is Jason Statham is modern day Bruce Willis. Now, this isn't a hot take, I'm just saying I think he's the modern day Bruce Willis. Jason Statham and Bruce Willis are both very popular actors, but they're very liked to me. Then, my final hot take is Tom Holland is the worst Spider-Man actor. Now, I don't like Tom Holland because, okay, Spider-Man No Way Home was great, but it was mostly great because it had all of the villains and it had Andrew and Tobey. Not because of him. But he did finally go through grief with losing Aunt May and everything. But we just saw him have it so easy in his first two. And I just can't say he's deserving of being considered really good. But those are my hot takes. Make sure to, in the comments below, put your hot takes. And before you go, though, smash that like button, hit that subscribe button, ring that notifications bell so you never miss a video. Without further ado, Super Movie Ninja is out!